Hey Beetle people, how's everybody doing? Today, of course, is October the 9th, 2019, what would have been John Lennon's 79th birthday. Now, I was trying to think of things to talk about, but nothing was really coming to mind, so I decided just to go around my apartment and pull out some of my John Lennon stuff that I don't think I've shown on here before. Some pieces I know I have, but I'll be honest, I've gotten a lot of new subscribers as of lately. Hi to all my new subscribers and thank you for subscribing. And so I thought I'd bring back out a couple things, just really quick, really simple. I did not want to go in the closet and go through all my boxes and pull out all my John Lennon stuff. So I kind of just got the easy stuff to talk about today. So might as well just get started. Right over here, probably one of the coolest pieces I have, because it's still in its box, the John Lennon Funko Pop from Yellow Submarine. Yes, I have all 5 in the collection, all still in their boxes. Got them right when they came out in 2012, and now these are quite valuable these days, so I'm very thankful that I have them. I love Funko Pops. My wife and I have about well over 100 Funko Pops. So, there's John. Yay! Now, though this isn't a pop, it is still a vinyl figure, but it's a Titan vinyl figure of John from Yellow Submarine during the Sgt. Pepper sequence. I know I've shown this before because I've got quite a few of these. I have all of the Sgt. Pepper sequence Yellow Submarine Titan vinyls. I wish I could have all of them because there's so many of them. And it comes with that little Sgt. Pepper bass drum that I guess you can stand them up on. But my guy's still in the box, along with all the other Titan vinyls. And then speaking of Titan vinyls, I have the little John When I'm 64 Titan vinyl. So adorable, right? Then I've got this little guy, the Bob Gruen New York City photo shoot toy. Now I know that there's like a giant 12-inch one that talks or whatever, but I've got the little one. I actually have no idea still to this day who gifted this to me. One day, 5-6 years ago, I came to work and this guy was sitting on my desk and nobody told me who gifted this to me, but I have it. And then we have this Hohner John Lennon collectible harmonica. It comes in this great display. You just open it like so, and then there's that picture of John, and then the harmonica. And it comes out of the case like so. So you could display it like this, but I always just keep it in the regular case. Sorry about the glare. And then you can pop this guy open. It's very well protected, like it's a package within a package. But then you pop it out, and there you go with without the glare. Oh, come on, focus. Don't you hate when that happens? I just wanted to focus. Guess it doesn't want to. And then it says Hohner on the other side. It keeps focusing on me, but not on the harmonica. And it doesn't sound too shabby either. No, I do not play harmonica. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't be playing with this one. Then on to some of my most prized Lennon possessions. Right over here we have a copy of John Lennon's first book in his own right. Now I know that this is a 64 copy, but I know that it's not a first edition, because the first edition didn't have the writing beetle on it. I think that was like a second edition, but it came out in 64. It's not in the best condition in the world, but I'm just really happy to have a 64 copy. There's a little bit of, you know, wear and tear, but it has that old book smell, which is just the best. But if you don't have any of John Lennon's books, definitely recommend it. Lily pool. But then, of course, you can't have one without the other. That's right, John Lennon's second book, A Spaniard in the Works, from 1965. I do believe that this is a first edition. And I love that it credits Robert Freeman here on this page for the cover. Copyright 1965. Drawings by John Lennon. I always love John's doodles. And all of his little short stories. But yeah, this book completely lost the front of its spine, which sucks. But the spine is still intact. It just doesn't have the title of the book. But A Spaniard in the Works anywhere is super, super hard to find, because unlike In His Own Right, it was never really republished again, except for when, it was like right after John died, they put the two books together and sold it as one. It was like a paperback, like a combination of both books. But I do have two original 60s original copies of both of John's books. And I love them. But probably the coolest piece of random Lennon memorabilia that I have is this guy right over here. Now, I've shown this in a previous video before, but for those of you that are new here, once again, welcome, and thank you for subscribing. This is an actual piece of paper touched by John Lennon. This is a gift from a very good friend of mine, Mr. Paul Griggs. He has a wonderful book. I believe it's called The Diary of a Musician, if I'm not mistaken. Paul Griggs is actually from the English rock group called Guys and Dolls. It's kind of like England's answer to ABBA, if you will. I don't know. But he was actually at the John Lennon Yoko Ono UNICEF show. That was, oh my god, I'm totally blanking on the date. That was like December of 1969, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, Keith Moon was there, George Harrison was there, I believe Eric Clapton was there. And they did this big benefit concert for UNICEF, which a lot of the recordings from that show are on the B-side to John Lennon's Sometime in New York City. So while that show was going on, John and Yoko threw these in the audience. And on the very back, it has printed on there the Hare Krishna mantra, which I think is totally rad. But yes, this is something that was once touched by John Lennon's hand, and it is in mine because of my great friend, Paul Griggs. Well, guys, that's about it for today. Just wanted to do something quick for what would have been John's 79th birthday. I can't believe that there are some things that I haven't talked about on here before, so I thought I would take the time and just do that really quick. This is probably gonna be my last video in the States anyway, before I go on my trip. trip. So the next video you see, unless something like random happens in Beatles news, this is probably gonna be my last video until my next one, which will be in England. I'm so excited. I can't believe that this trip is finally here. I've only been saving for it for, what, 4 or 5 years now? And it's finally happening. I think I'm gonna keep like a tally throughout the vlogs of my trip of how many times I cry during this trip. We'll keep a cry counter. How about that? Because I know I'm just gonna be in hysterics the entire time while I'm there. And I'm really excited to be able to take you all with me. I'm gonna try and take as much video as I can. I know that there are some places where they do not allow any videos or photography, so in those places I'll do my best to describe what I've seen. But everything else is totally, up for grabs. It's totally gonna be vlogged, videoed, tweeted, Instagrammed, Facebooked. So if you don't follow me on all my social media platforms, you should, so that you can keep up with me and my trip. And until next time, which will most likely be in the UK, as always, peace and love. See ya.